What's up, guys? What's up, guys? Mark Holmes here, and as always, I want to thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Boo Sports Report. Without you guys, as well as you ladies, you know it ain't working without all y'all here, so I'm glad you're here. It is finally freaking Friday. Get through today. It's the weekend, and I can't wait, although I got a lot of work to do. I ain't gonna lie to you. I got tons and tons of work to do. And of course, you know, keeping up with the Dallas Cowboys. That's literally a full-time job. You can't rest because always some stuff is going on. Tonight, 9 o'clock Eastern, we got our live stream. We'll be giving away another Hall of Fame. Excuse me. I'm not sure who we're going to give away. We got Drew Pearson. We got Tony Dorsett. We got Randy White. We got Tony Thrillhill and Preston Pearson. We'll give one of those away, or Joe Barty or something. But come on in. Spend some time, have some fun, and we'll be talking about the Dallas Cowboys, who are off today. We're still early. We've had one practice, and one practice does not make a starter. But the Dallas Cowboys have had the benefit now of having OTAs, minicamp, and now them as well as the Steelers got to start practicing before everybody else. Been a great advantage for the Cowboys for this year. And I dare say that maybe what we need to do is, instead of killing everybody for last year, let's just say that last year was a redshirt year. It was just a year that we had a complete changeover. We moved on from Jason Garrett. We ended up bringing all new coaches. And as much as we like to kill Mike McCarthy for punting on your 21-yard line, fake punting on your 21-yard line, reality was that was out of desperation, as much of the season was. They didn't really get a chance to even get to know each other because they didn't have OTAs. They didn't have minicamp. And then training camp was the first 10 days, strength and conditioning, because you hadn't seen all of them. Most of them probably met Mike McCarthy that first day of training camp. And then you had 14 practices. That's it. So let's just forget about last year, okay? Let's just say that that was just a bad dream, a nightmare that went on. So now you've gotten a little bit of familiarity with people. You've got a different coach with a different philosophy on how to do a similar defense with a new set of players. Not all are new, but other guys that have been put on notice. So you've got a lot of competition, and this is what I'm going to love, is that we're teammates, but, bro, I don't care who you are. I don't care where you were drafted. I'm trying to get mine. I'm trying to get mine. And if that means I got to go through and take yours, well, so be it. That's what we got to do. That's what we got to do, because we are fighting for a right, not the party. We did that last year. But fight for our right to be a Dallas Cowboys. So early on impressions would be third-round draft pick, who most people, when we draft him, were like, who? Oh, he's kind of tall and skinny, like a beanpole. He has opened up some eyes already. Let's check it out real quick here, and then I'll come back.
We're just kind of sitting on the ground.
Again, it's not pads. It's not game conditions. We talking about practice. But you see how tight coverage-wise he was? He was right there in great position, got his head turned around, looking for the ball. Hey, and he'll have the benefit. This is an advantage that the Dallas Cowboys defense actually will have, is having to go against the Dallas Cowboys offense every single week. If you can be successful against the Dallas Cowboys offense in practice, how many offenses do you think are going to be as good as the Dallas Cowboys? None in our division. That's 6 of our games. So from the standpoint of saying it's great for these guys to have trial by fire by great wide receivers, it's kind of nice that at least he's opened some eyes. And that's the thing that's always amazing to me is everybody focuses in on the guys that are drafted high. Those first round draft picks. They seem to think that if you're drafted in the first round, you're a shoo-in to be a great starter and headed to Canton. But more times than not, that's not the case. Drew Pearson was undrafted. Tony Romo was undrafted. Charles Haley was a 4th round draft pick. So before we go through and say, why'd we draft that guy? That guy's no good. Understand, the reality is nobody knows for sure until these guys get on the field and get a chance, a shot, an opportunity. Because people, a lot of times, that you cast aside and say, that guy doesn't have it, that sometimes that person could surprise the hell out of you and have a lot more talent than you ever thought they had. And one final thought on that. When you are that first round drafted guy, you get to walk on that stage, put on that hat with commissioner, be seen all on television. It's almost like they bring out the anointing oil. They've already put you on a pedestal. And sometimes when you think that you've made it and that you're the guy, you figure you don't have to work very hard. But those guys that you kind of say, I ain't got to worry about, are the exact players you got to worry about. Yeah. Don't sleep on Nahshon Wright. Nahshon Wright has already opened up a lot of Dallas Cowboys' eyes. And don't be surprised if he doesn't start some games for the Dallas Cowboys this year. So with that being said, I've got some more work to do. I had a busy day. This is how crazy and busy my life is. Had to go to physical therapy, working on the knee. Just in case Jerry Jones calls me because he says, hey, Mark Holmes, I'm going to make amends, son. We should have had you at the Star all along. We want to offer you a position. How does Towboy sound to you, Mark? How does Towboy? We could use a guy who could take them old dirty towels and get them washed. Would you turn that down from Jerry, though? You got to be the towel boy? Would you? Okay. So I'm in there doing my physical therapy, and they're killing me. They're killing me, literally. And at 12 o'clock, Calvin Johnson. Yeah, Zoom call, Hall of Famer, Calvin Johnson. So I'm working because in my therapy, and I'm watching the video, okay? And I'm trying to hurry up and get through my work. And they're like, oh, would you like some ice? It's like, yeah, I could use some ice, but I ain't got time. You're like, what do you mean you ain't got time? You sit down. I said, listen, I got a mask on because you require that. And I said, you see this guy right here? I said, that's Calvin Johnson doing the whole thing. It's like, oh, okay. I was like, I'm on a Zoom call right now with Calvin Johnson, who's going in the Hall of Fame. Now, my mic is muted, but I want to go someplace where it's quiet so I can raise my hand and ask a question. So I did. And I asked him a question. And you know what's funny? What's so funny about all this stuff is, to a man, I've heard so many players that are bitter about the Dallas Cowboys. Calvin Johnson calls it the great robbery in Dallas. I'll bring that to you guys a little later. Whew. I'll see you soon.